Parties remain at the table. They're speaking, and while there are significant issues still to be resolved, we see forward momentum, and we obviously are hoping that the parties can find a solution in the time that's available to them. Les partis sont à la table. Il reste encore des enjeux, bien sûr, ce qui n'est pas anormal lorsqu'on approche une date limite, mais il y a du progrès, il y a des enjeux qui se règlent, donc il y a du momentum, et je réitère ce que j'ai dit aujourd'hui, il n'y a aucune raison que ces deux partis-là ne puissent pas trouver une solution adéquate qui est vendable aux membres du syndicat et pour Air Canada aussi. So there's no reason for these parties not to be able to achieve a collective agreement. I'm asking them to knuckle down and get the deal done.
Can you just clarify, what is your message to the company in particular? Because they might look at your intervention in the rail strikes, or the rail lockout, where you where you ordered them back to work very quickly within a day. Should the companies expect that now?
I'm not going to get into hypotheticals. We are committed to the collective bargaining process. That process, in this case, has yielded significant progress in terms of solving the issues. In this case, there is a 10-year-old or almost 10-year-old collective agreement which had to be significantly restructured. So it's meant a lot of heavy lifting for both parties and for the mediators who are, of course, accompanying them through this work. And as a result, you know, it's been a slog. But there is momentum. They are solving issues, and there's no reason for these parties not to be able to achieve a deal. Je réponds que les ententes se font à la table et que Air Canada et son syndicat doivent faire le travail nécessaire afin d'atteindre une solution convenable pour les deux parties. Ce qu'on peut s'attendre, c'est qu'on va soutenir les deux parties avec les meilleurs médiateurs au monde qui sont à la table avec eux, qui les accompagnent et qui vont travailler à avoir une solution dans les délais. Absolutely. We're very resolved. You know, the Liberal Party, Brian Mulroney once said, you know, just when you think the Liberal Party's down, it rises up and kicks you in the butt. And this party is strong. It has deep roots. It has supporters, activists, militants in every part of this country. We have a truly national caucus with a lot of very, very strong incumbents. And we have a very positive agenda to put in the window for Canadians. So we remain confident that as the days and months go by, that as Canadians start to dig into the differences between the parties that will be on the ballot in the next election, that they will look to the record of the Liberal Party and this Prime Minister and make a choice for continuity. Je ne peux pas commenter vos impressions, M. Blouin. Ce que je peux commenter, c'est que dans cette salle, il y a au-dessus de 150 députés qui représentent tous les coins de notre pays, qui sont résolus, qui sont déterminés à faire non seulement ce qu'on s'est engagé de faire pour les Canadiens, mais aussi de comparer notre feuille de route et nos plans avec ceux des autres partis et de faire en sorte que les Canadiens ont un choix éclairé à faire aux prochaines élections. Si ce choix éclairé est présenté aux Canadiens, je pense qu'ils vont opter pour le meilleur choix qui est, à mon avis, le Parti libéral du Canada. Mais les sondages bougent partout. On voit Ben, je connais pas la mathématique que vous utilisez, Monsieur Blouin. Oui, mais nous savons que des sondages peuvent varier d'une semaine à l'autre et c'est ce qu'ils vont continuer de faire, je présume.
On the airlines, can I just clarify? Why would Air Canada negotiate and bend if they saw the precedent that was ordering the railway workers back to work? Why wouldn't they just wait for the strike and wait for the stroke of your pen to get stuff back?
What I would say is there are significant differences between those two situations, and leave it at that. But these parties should be under no ambiguity as to what my message is to them today. Knuckle down, get a deal. Canadians are expecting you to do that work, expecting the union to do that work and to make the compromises necessary, and expecting Air Canada, the company, to do that work and make the compromises necessary. Je demeure optimiste, oui. Comme je l'ai dit à plusieurs reprises, il n'y a aucune raison, que ces deux partis-là ne peuvent pas arriver à une entente d'ici la date limite.
So what's the message now to travelers who are on hold for hours, don't know if they can fly this weekend? How do you give people some hope that their flights are coming?
Well, what I would say is, repeat what I just said. I'm optimistic that these two parties will come to an agreement. An agreement is within reach. They need to make some compromises, that is obvious. But this is the nature of collective bargaining, that unfortunately some things come down to deadlines and uncertainty is created. I obviously regret that uncertainty and any disruption that this might cause. But it is up to these parties, the union and the company, to reach an agreement which I believe is within reach. Merci.
Je ne sais pas comment dire ça en français, mais je sais comment dire ça en français. Monsieur Poilievre, il fait des jeux. C'est clair qu'il veut faire des jeux politiques à ce moment. Il va avoir des journées d'opposition, ça c'est clair. C'est pas quelque chose que nous donnons tellement en avance parce que l'horaire de la Chambre change fréquemment.
Ça pourrait être quand? Est-ce que ça peut être en septembre, octobre, novembre?
On a des jours d'opposition. On a des jours d'opposition qu'on doit mettre dans l'horaire et c'est clair qu'il va y avoir des jours d'opposition. Monsieur Poilievre sait ça et à ce moment, il veut faire ma mot préféré en français, des chicanes. Okay. My job is to make sure that we are governing for Canadians. So I'm looking forward to being back in the House next Monday, working for Canadians and delivering for them. So, okay. Well, I'll be happy. So I said my job is to be back in the House on Monday. I'm looking forward to being in the House on Monday, which means that I am going to be in the House on Monday. But I don't know if you'd like me to say that clearer. But what I will say is that when it comes to Mr. Poilievre, he is a stuntman. His announcement today is a political stunt. I think what Canadians want to see all of us as political parties doing is working for them, governing effectively, and not pulling these political games that Mr. Poilievre pulls. And I'm looking forward to working with my colleagues next week in the House of Commons. Thank you very much.